and today I just handed you a handout, and it's a story over a man named Billy Moore. Billy Moore's story starts with when he was 22 years old. He was deployed to Germany and came back, and when he did come back, he ended up being a single father due to his girlfriend being addicted to drugs. So that being said, when he got back, he was raising his child by himself. And usually the Army makes them take leave for Army reasons, for distress and depression and things like that. But they will still give them money so they can support their families. Well, the Army was having troubles getting him that money on time when he did need it. So he didn't have any money to put food on the table for either of them. So they had no money, and a friend decided to mention to Billy that an older man had thousands of dollars in his house, and maybe it'd be a good idea to rob him. So Billy did. When he went in there, Mr. Stapleton woke up and he put him down on his knees by kicking him, and Billy turned around and shot him, and he died. And he was sentenced to death penalty after that, and he was due to die 3 months later. Well, more court dates came, more trials came, and then finally he had that day, which was March 24th, 1987. That was going to be his last day. So in those next 16 and a half long years that he has lived in prison, he got a bachelor's on the Bible, and he turned to God for everything, because that's all really he had left, he felt. And he, at the end, he decided to ask the family that he hurt for some type of forgiveness, because that's what God is all about, is forgiveness. So he wasn't expecting them to forgive him, but he was trying to get something. The family did not just forgive him. They dropped all the charges, and he was set free. And now he is a priest, and he preaches the forgiveness of God and how it can change your life, literally. And you may see this on cbn.com/Billy Moore. But not everyone gets or deserves that chance. The ways of the death penalty now, there are 34 states do the lethal injections. Now, all the states look at the lethal injections before any other type, and if they don't have the equipment or people to do the lethal injections, there are other options. In 8 states, they still do the electric chair. 4 states, they still do the gas chamber. 3 states, they still hang people. In 2 states, they still do firing squads. And there's many reasons why the death penalty should not even be considered. But one of the good reasons is that in Kansas alone, a death penalty case is 70% more than a regular case. So a whole case of the death penalty is $1.26 million, because in other cases are $740,000. The reason why the death penalty is so much is because they have to put so much more time and investigation into it, so they know there is not one bit of innocence in the whole situation, because they are killing somebody, just how he did. So why does it make it right that the government gets to kill somebody even though it's under a different circumstance? Because he hurt more loved ones. Well, I'm going to get to that. So how is justice going to be served then if there isn't going to be a death penalty? Well, they can somehow contribute to society. You see people adopting a mile to pick up trash. Well, why don't we make them do that? Make them serve a purpose. They have taken so much from many people that why not make them start giving to society? Somehow maybe they could set up a system to where they go pick up trash or work in shelters to hand out food on Christmas or so, because that's what it's really all about, is starting to give, because you already took very much. Also, killing another person is not going to solve anybody's problems. What does it really solve? It's not going to bring the other person back and make the loved ones more happy, and all it's going to do is hurt more loved ones, because they know they're not even going to be able to see or even speak to the person anymore, and they know when they're going to die. So why put more people in pain and hurt than we really have to, when they could contribute more and be able to see their children grow and just still be able to be human beings, even despite their mistakes. And so it also set a bigger example for people. Now you're taking away, the punishment. You sentence them to death. So why not just serve their time in prison? Like I said, start giving. Start doing something better that's going to actually, benefit something, somehow, in some way, instead of just taking somebody else's life and keep doing it. And it's just a vicious process. You're just going to hurt more people, and it's not going to benefit anybody. But most of all, it's not how or who it's going to benefit. It's really what's the point of it. What is truly the point of the death penalty? Now, I put it in my perspective of, now, what if one of my family members was killed by someone? You do not wish death upon anybody. You do expect them to serve time, such as you see other people murdering people and they get 30 years. Well, you want to see them in prison for life. Well, Billy did kill a person, but there's also serial killers that'll do 60 years in prison, but they still have a chance to get out. Why is that? Truly, why is that? But Billy was sentenced to death penalty, trying to put food on the table for his child and himself. So, I would just like to say it. Thank you.